Hi, this is Brandon with Gep205. This is going to be the third milestone for my class. The first thing I want to talk about actually is the seed generation. How the seed generation works is it creates a grid which is determined by the size right here. Which right now it's currently set to 5 to 5, but it can be changed to different sizes. But how the tiles that are placed is based on the thing called a seed. Right now the seed is set to 3, but you can change whatever it is. As long as the seed is the same, it will always generate the same map. That works because when it picks things at random, things aren't really random, it's pseudo-random. So by picking the number to start with, you can determine what the next number in the order is going to be, and that's how seeds work. A map of the day, how that works is the same thing. It uses a seed, but the seed is actually based on the year, the month, and the day. My random map is also based on a seed, but it's based on the year, the month, the day, and the millisecond. The reason why I'm calling that random is because it's close enough to random to where you'll never really get the same map twice, just simply because of how small of a number it is and how often it changes. And they all work. Like if I do map of the day, if I click play, you will see that it will generate a map. And if I go off and I hit play again, it will generate the same map over and over again until tomorrow when the date changes, which will change the seed. And if I go to random map and I click and you click that, you will see that it generates a random map. And see here, if you look over here, the seed is 2570. If I hit pause, hit play again, it will generate another map, and as you can see over here, it is now 2157. It's different because the time changed down to the second. Um, and then again, if you keep it off, and as long as the seed stays the same, again it'll always generate the same map. Um, and that's how all of that works. The next thing I wanted to show you though is that that's how the grids are placed and everything else. The next thing I wanted to go over is how the enemies are placed. The enemies are placed if we go and look at my code. How it works is it generates, there's a function called place fighters, but basically how it works is if you go into here, I instantiate the player at the first waypoint object. By the way, each map has a waypoint, and it creates it and gets stored in a list. And the player is placed at the first waypoint object. And then after that, it goes through a for loop, and everything past the first waypoint object, a random enemy is placed. That is how random enemies are placed at each waypoint. The next thing I wanted to talk about is oh, by the way, the instantiation actually happens after the map is generated, so they're not predetermined in any way, shape, or form. As that, if you hit play, it is a fully functioning map. If you look down here on the game screen, you can see that my character can in fact move and shoot and stuff and throughout the world, and so does the enemy. Right now he's moving kind of slow. I think I'm gonna need to bump up his speed. And that's how all of that is. So that is how all of that works. And that's all that I currently have in my project. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Bye.